Hello, everyone. Welcome back to today's story. In this episode, after weeks of hiding in a dark, abandoned room, James finally reunites with the one person who still believes in him, his mother. What begins as a heartbreaking confrontation slowly turns into a moment that changes his entire future. When Huyen discovers the truth about his suffering, instead of despair, she gives him a powerful message. Marry Diep and do it as soon as possible. This decision becomes the turning point of James's life. Stay until the end, because this chapter reveals not only a mother's unwavering love, but also James's bold determination to fight for the woman he loves. And don't forget to subscribe to help us reach 10,000 subscribers. Your support means the world to us. The rotten wooden door gives a long, painful creak as it swings open. A rush of mildew and the bitter smell of boiled cassava rolls out, hitting Huyen hard enough to stop her breath. She steps inside and freezes. There, on a broken iron bed with a thin blanket barely covering him, James sits hunched over, faded t-shirt slipping off one shoulder, hair unwashed, eyes hollow, like someone who hasn't slept in days. For a full heartbeat, Huyen can't speak. James, her voice comes out shattered. Tell me the truth. Why are you living like this? Why are you hiding in this place? James lowers his head, unable to meet her eyes. His fingers clutch the blanket, knuckles white. Mom, it's a long story. You told me you were on a business trip, she whispers, her voice trembling at the edges. But you were here? Like this? She takes a sharp step forward and grips his thin shoulders. She hasn't held her son like this in years. Tears spill down her cheeks before she even realizes she's crying. James, look at you. Her hand brushes his sunken cheek. Who made you like this? Did your father do something to you? James says nothing for a moment. The silence is thick enough to drown in. Finally, he mutters, Mom, please, I don't want you caught in the middle. Her gaze lands on the small metal plate of cold cassava beside his bed. Something in her breaks. You've always had a stubborn head, but this is suffering, James. She drops to her knees on the cracked concrete floor, sobbing into her palms as if the weight of years is collapsing all at once. Why won't you let me help you? Why won't you come home? Mom. James kneels and gently pulls her into his arms. His bony shoulders shake, and for a moment, he looks like a lost boy again. I didn't want anyone to find me, especially Dad. If he learns I'm back, things will get worse. Huyen lifts her tear-soaked face, eyes swollen and red. I will never accept this, she whispers, trembling. Never. James swallows hard, then finally admits the truth he's been carrying alone. Dad sent people to keep me abroad, to control everything. I only escaped because they slipped up. I ran when I had the chance. Each word crushes Huyen a little more. She staggers backward, hand clutching her chest. No, he wouldn't. But her voice falters, because deep down, she knows exactly what her husband is capable of. Then she suddenly points at James, anger and heartbreak tangled together. Kneel, she cries. What did I always teach you? Do not do evil, because karma always returns. The shout echoes through the walls, and then her face drains of color. She sways and collapses. Mom! James lunges forward, catching her limp body before it hits the floor. Panic floods him. Her breathing is shallow, her skin cold. "Mom, wake up, please." His shaking hands fumble for his phone, dialing for help. A few minutes later, she stirs, eyelids fluttering. "James," she breathes weakly. "Why didn't you listen to me? How did my boy end up like this?" He holds her close, voice cracking. "I lost myself once, but I'm trying to fix everything. I swear I am." She sits up slowly, still pale, still trembling, and for the first time since walking in, she looks straight into her son's soul. "James," she whispers, "tell me the whole truth." So he does. He tells her about their harsh childhood, how he watched her struggle for years after his father's cruelty left them with nothing, how he worked tirelessly, and how, at his lowest point, he crossed moral lines just to afford her treatment when she was gravely ill. "I couldn't let you die, Mom," he whispers. "I thought I had to sacrifice everything, even myself." Huyen covers her face again, sobbing quietly. "I suffered for you, James. I dedicated everything to raising you into a good man. Why won't you come home so I can protect you? Let the family face this together." But James only shakes his head. "It's too late for talking. Dad won't listen. Mom, please, just keep my return a secret. I'm begging you." "I don't want our family destroyed," she cries. The air shifts. Something cold, sharp, decisive settles over James. He takes a breath. "Mom, Dad didn't just stop me from loving Diep. He hired people to threaten her, to scare her away from me." Huyen freezes. She stares at him, horrified. "He did it because he thought it was best for you." James lets out a bitter laugh. Best for me? Or best for his pride? His control? His empire? Then his voice softens, for the first time filled with a different emotion. Not anger, but longing. "I love her, Mom. I want to marry her. I want a family with her. But Dad would rather ruin everything than let me choose my own path." Huyen's breath shakes, and slowly the truth sinks in. James is no longer a son hiding from pain. He's a man ready to build his own life, no matter the cost. She kneels before him, clutching his hands. "James, if you really love Diep, then marry her. Don't wait. Don't let your father tear apart your happiness the way he tore apart ours." He blinks in shock. "Mom, what are you saying?" "I'm saying," she whispers, voice firm despite the tears, "hold the wedding. Soon. As soon as possible. Before your father has a chance to interfere again." James stares at her, breath caught. "Mom, you've suffered enough," she continues. "Diep has suffered enough. If you want a future with her, secure it. Make it official. Make it something no one, not even your father, can break." For the first time in weeks, something flickers in James's eyes. Hope. Huyen squeezes his hands, leaning close. "I will support you. I will stand beside you. But you must act fast. Marry her before your father strikes again." James exhales shakily, overwhelmed. "Mom, thank you." But Huyen isn't finished. She cups his face gently, motherly love softening every line of her expression. "My son, happiness doesn't wait, and you've waited long enough." James closes his eyes, and for the first time, he lets himself imagine it. Deep in a wedding dress, smiling through tears, standing beside him, not in fear, but in love. The room felt smaller now, as if the walls themselves were leaning in, listening closely to every word. James sits back against the rickety bed frame, his breath unsteady, trying to process everything his mother just told him. Her push for a wedding, his wedding, felt unreal, almost surreal. After years of conflict and separation, "Mom," he whispers, staring at her with wide, uncertain eyes. "Do you really mean it? You want me to marry Diep? Right away?" Huyen nods without hesitation. "Not want, James. I need you to. For your sake. For hers. For the future that both of you deserve." A tight silence stretches between them. Thick, heavy, meaningful. James inhales deeply, chest rising and falling as though carrying the weight of a lifetime. "But how, Mom?" he murmurs. "I'm hiding in this old room. I haven't even shown my face to her yet. She thinks I'm gone. Maybe forever. I can't just appear out of nowhere and say, 'Let's get married.' She's been threatened, hurt, forced to live in fear because of me." A soft sorrow crosses Huyen's face. "You didn't choose that pain for her. Your father did." She places a trembling hand on his arm. "And the best way to free her is to give her a place beside you, officially, publicly, so no one dares touch her again." James's throat tightens. It's the first time he's heard his mother speak with such unwavering conviction. She continues, "When a woman loves deeply, she endures everything in silence. Diep has endured even more than she ever should have. Don't let her wait any longer. Don't let her think she's alone." James lowers his eyes. He can vividly picture Diep, standing behind her small vegetable stall, wiping sweat from her forehead, soothing Nye with her soft, tired voice. He imagines her walking home in the dark, clutching her bag tightly because of the threats she's been receiving. He imagines her breaking down silently at night, thinking he abandoned her. A wave of guilt hits him, sharp and crushing. "I should have been there for her," he whispers. Huyen squeezes his hand. "You will be, starting now." For a moment, James says nothing. Then he looks up, determination flickering to life. "Mom, if I decide to marry her soon, you'll stand with me, right?" Her answer comes without pause. "I've stood behind you since the day you were born, even when you fell, even when you made mistakes. I'm here now, the same as always." She wipes her tears and straightens her back, suddenly looking far stronger than she did minutes ago. "But James," she adds softly, "we must be careful. Your father cannot know you're planning a wedding. If he finds out, he will try to stop it. He may try to separate you again. You must move quickly, and you must think smart." James nods. "I understand. I'll keep everything quiet. No public announcements. No big decorations. Just something simple, meaningful. Something she deserves." Huyen smiles faintly. Even a simple wedding becomes grand when it's built on real love. Then she reaches into her bag and pulls out a small velvet pouch. "I wanted to save this for later, for the day you finally settled down. But now I know that day has come sooner than expected." She opens the pouch and reveals a delicate gold ring, thin, elegant, with a small gemstone glimmering faintly even in the dim light. "Your grandmother wore this at her wedding. She passed it down to me. And now I want you to give it to Diep." James stares at the ring as if it carries the weight of generations. "Mom," his voice cracks, I can't take this. It's too precious. That's why she should wear it, Huyen replies quietly. A precious woman deserves a precious ring. He swallows hard and takes the pouch, fingers trembling slightly. Something shifts inside him, something strong, something certain. He knows what he has to do. As evening settles, a colder breeze slips in through the broken window. Shadows stretch across the floor like long arms reaching for James. But for the first time, he doesn't feel trapped by them. He stands, helping his mother to her feet. You shouldn't stay here, Mom. It's not safe for you either. I'm fine, she says, brushing dust off her skirt. I came here because I needed to understand what happened to you. Now I know. And now you must stand up. James nods, grabbing the old jacket hanging on a nail. Then tonight, I'll go see Diep. Huyen's brow furrows. Tonight. Yes, he says. If I wait, fear will win again, and I'm done letting fear decide. A flicker of pride warms her eyes. That's my son. But then she grabs his arm again, voice turning serious. James, before you face Diep, you need to prepare your heart. She may cry, she may yell, she may feel abandoned. You must accept all of it. And you must reassure her. She deserves your patience. He nods. I know. And I'll take whatever she gives me. Good, Huyen whispers. Because love isn't only about choosing someone. It's about choosing them again and again, even after mistakes. James inhales deeply. His mother's words settle inside him like anchors. He looks around the shabby room one last time. The cracked walls, the cold cement floor, the forgotten bowl of cassava. This is where he hid, where he almost lost himself. But tonight, he will step out, not as a fugitive, not as a broken son, but as a man ready to reclaim his life. They walk outside together into the dim path, lit by faint street lamps. The night air is damp, carrying the smell of rain-soaked earth. Huyen pulls her shawl tighter around her shoulders. James, she says softly, when you see her, speak from your heart. Tell her you want to build a family with her. Tell her you want to make her your wife. Not someday, but soon. He nods, clutching the velvet pouch with the ring. And if she says yes, Huyen adds, we'll arrange everything quietly. A small ceremony, a simple dress, maybe in the garden. As long as the two of you stand together, that's all that matters. James exhales shakily. I hope she forgives me. She will, his mother says firmly, because her love for you never ended. James glances up at the sky. The clouds part slightly, revealing a sliver of moonlight. Soft, pale, almost like a blessing. He takes one step forward, then another, each step steadier than the last. I'm going to her, he says quietly. Huyen smiles through her tears. Go, my son. And when you return, may it be with the woman who completes your life. James walks into the night, the ring in his pocket, his mother's blessing in his heart, and a single mission burning bright inside him: to hold Diep's hand, to bring her home, to marry her before fate or his father tries to steal their happiness again.